Building preventive and containment controls against malware is essential, but simply deploying those controls does not guarantee they work as intended. In this episode, we focus on validation, which is the discipline of testing defenses, tuning them based on real results, and using incidents as opportunities to improve. Malware defenses can drift out of alignment over time due to configuration changes, software updates, or evolving threats. Without regular validation, organizations may assume they are protected while hidden gaps grow quietly. Testing and tuning ensure that controls remain effective and aligned with real-world risk. Before we continue, a quick note. This audio course is a companion to our course companion books. The first book is about the exam and provides detailed information on how to pass it best. The second book is a Kindle-only ebook that contains 1,000 flashcards that can be used on your mobile device or Kindle. Check them both out at cyberauthor.me in the Bare Metal Study Guide series. Validation begins with a simple mindset shift. Do not assume controls are working just because they are enabled. A system may have endpoint protection installed, but misconfiguration could leave key features disabled. Application control policies might exist, but exemptions may have been added that weaken enforcement. Testing verifies that controls behave as expected under realistic conditions. It transforms trust into evidence. One common approach to validation is controlled simulation of malicious behavior. This does not mean introducing real malware into production environments recklessly. Instead, safe testing techniques can mimic common attack behaviors such as unauthorized process execution or privilege escalation attempts. By observing whether defenses detect and block these behaviors, teams gain insight into practical effectiveness. Simulated tests reveal blind spots that might otherwise remain unnoticed. Tuning is the natural companion to testing. When validation exercises uncover weaknesses, adjustments must follow. For example, if certain malicious behaviors bypass detection, configuration settings may require refinement. If excessive false positives overwhelm analysts, thresholds may need adjustment. Tuning balances sensitivity and accuracy, ensuring that defenses are neither too permissive nor too noisy. Effective tuning improves both protection and operational efficiency. Incident-driven improvement loops are particularly powerful. When a real malware incident occurs, it provides valuable data about how defenses performed. Did prevention controls block execution, or did malware run successfully? How quickly was lateral movement detected? Were isolation procedures effective? Reviewing these questions after each incident generates lessons that can strengthen future defenses. Incidents become learning opportunities rather than purely reactive crises. A structured review process following incidents helps institutionalize improvement. Teams should document what worked, what failed, and what could be enhanced. This review should include technical analysis as well as process evaluation. Perhaps detection worked well, but communication delays slowed isolation. Perhaps segmentation limited spread, but privilege policies were too broad. Documented lessons feed back into policy updates and control adjustments. Metrics support validation by providing measurable indicators of performance. Tracking detection rates during simulations, time to isolate compromised systems, and frequency of blocked execution attempts provides insight into control effectiveness. Metrics should focus on outcomes rather than superficial indicators. For example, counting the number of antivirus updates is less meaningful than measuring how many simulated threats were successfully blocked. Outcome-focused metrics drive meaningful improvement. Regular testing schedules ensure that validation is continuous rather than occasional. Threat landscapes evolve, and new attack techniques emerge. Periodic validation exercises confirm that defenses adapt accordingly. Without recurring evaluation, controls may become outdated and misaligned with current threats. Consistent testing reinforces resilience. Cross-team collaboration strengthens validation efforts. Security teams, system administrators, and application owners should participate in testing and review activities. Collaboration ensures that controls remain compatible with operational needs while maintaining strong protection. Shared understanding reduces friction and promotes collective ownership of security outcomes. Effective validation is not a siloed activity, but a coordinated effort. Automation can enhance validation by performing routine checks and generating reports. Automated policy compliance checks, configuration validation scripts, and alert effectiveness reviews reduce manual effort. However, automation should complement human judgment rather than replace it. Human analysis remains essential for interpreting results and identifying subtle weaknesses. Balanced integration of automation and expertise increases reliability. Threat intelligence can also inform validation activities. Awareness of emerging malware techniques helps teams design relevant test scenarios. If attackers increasingly exploit a specific type of misconfiguration, validation exercises should include scenarios that replicate that behavior. Staying informed about threat trends ensures that testing remains realistic and forward-looking. Validation that reflects current threats provides greater confidence. Documentation of testing and tuning activities is important for accountability and continuity. Clear records demonstrate that defenses are actively maintained and improved. Documentation also supports onboarding of new team members by preserving institutional knowledge. Transparent records strengthen governance and audit readiness. Validation is most effective when it is repeatable and well documented. Psychological factors should not be overlooked. Teams may feel confident in defenses they have built, and discovering weaknesses can be uncomfortable. However, validation should be viewed as proactive strengthening rather than criticism. A culture that welcomes testing and constructive feedback fosters resilience. Openness to improvement is a hallmark of mature security programs. As environments grow more complex with cloud services, remote endpoints, and hybrid infrastructure, validation efforts must extend accordingly. Testing should encompass diverse platforms and integration points. Controls that function well in one segment may behave differently in another. Comprehensive validation ensures consistent protection across the entire environment. Ultimately, validating malware defenses ensures that prevention and containment strategies remain effective over time. Through systematic testing, thoughtful tuning, and incident-driven improvement loops, organizations transform static controls into adaptive defenses. Continuous evaluation reduces complacency and strengthens confidence. By embracing validation as an ongoing practice, security teams ensure that layered controls perform reliably when confronted with real threats. Over time, this disciplined approach builds a resilient environment capable of withstanding evolving malware challenges.
Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit baremetalcyber.com.